Ever start something meaningful and wonder if it'll actually stick? You've planted the seed, you see a little sprout, things are starting to happen. But what happens when the season changes? Something comes up. Do you keep going or do you start over? Today I'll show you a system that keeps your legacy projects alive without burning you out. If you've been watching my videos, you know that the seasons and planting and harvest are very much what I believe in. I mean, just look to nature. The answers are there. Follow the flow. Hi, I'm trusted tour guide Annie, your companion for life's meaningful milestones. I'm a certified project manager, and more importantly, I'm someone that believes that living and preserving legacy doesn't have to be one big event. Life's made up of so many milestones. Some we plan, some we don't. But recording and sharing them for the next generations and for our colleagues and our tribe and the people around us is really a gift that everyone should undertake, in my opinion. So let's carry on and we'll continue with the theme of reap what you sow. Not everything you take on in your life is going to be a legacy project for you. You might think it is that day. I have a funny story about a friend of mine and I decided that we were going to learn to draw. We had all the stuff. She was kind enough to bring a sketchbook and perfect pencils and all of these things. Well, if you could have seen what we drew, unrecognizable. Anyway, that wasn't it for me. However, there are things that we want to keep as our legacy projects. And what I encourage you to do is become systematic. So, in the workplace, very often we will have a process of where we execute, we assess, we undertake continuous improvement, and we decide on our deliverables. And then, of course, as I've mentioned before, the seasons really help us understand that it's okay that what you start and what you nurture is not necessarily going to be perfect first time out. So undertake thinking about the seasons and plant, grow, harvest, and rest. All right, let's carry on. Keep that. So let's talk about a legacy project life cycle. First, you have spring, you have planting, one spark, one little story, one recipe note, and then summer, you're growing, you build consistency, actions daily or weekly, and then fall, harvesting, gathering what you've grown, review, compile, reflect, and then winter, resting and getting ready for the next one and getting ready to move forward. This isn't just productivity jargon, it's literally how farmers, nature, and families have always worked. And your legacy projects deserve the same viable and uh, time tested and proven rhythm. All right, so let's add some practicality to this. Here's a simple practical tip. Open your calendar and give each week a season for the next month. And let's see how this works. Week 1, plant. Week 2, grow. Week 3, harvest. Week 4, rest, then repeat. Show how one family recipe could go through all 4 stages in a month. It's simple. And if your winter looks like Netflix on the couch, congratulations, you're human and rest counts. Don't be afraid to take that part of it. But get back. Get back to the planting, the growing, the harvest, and then rest. And before you know it, you're going to have some amazing completed projects and learnings that will add to the next season. Oh, so, okay, you ready to try this? Have you picked a legacy project to work on? Why not download my free legacy snapshot worksheet? It's your spring starter seed. The links are in the description. And if you're ready for more structure, there's the Legacy Story Builder course, which will walk you through 30 days of planting, growing, and harvesting your first complete project? All right, so here you go. Here's your invitation. Take one idea you've been circling and run it through all 4 seasons this month: plant, grow, harvest, rest. Tell me in the comments which season you're in right now: spring, summer, fall, winter. You've been working on something already. Now, keep in mind that, just because you have all seasons within a month doesn't mean the project is necessarily complete. Some larger plants, aka projects, take years to grow, but they still go through the seasons. Imagine a tree. You plant, it has a growing season, it has a harvest season when the seeds fall off, and it has a time when it rests. So, going through the seasons doesn't necessarily mean completion. Go ahead, give it a try this month. And if you're already at one of those parts, start um, identifying where you're at and use the full cycle. I think you'll find it very useful. And it's very important to let yourself understand winter, aka rest, regardless of when that is acceptable. It's okay. Don't let it end the project unless it's drawing with your buddy, which I can tell you for me, no thank you. I won't matter how many winters I have. No good. No bueno. All right. So keep in mind, I'll be here next Wednesday to walk with you. And in the meantime, keep walking toward what matters in life.